The reason behind Trump's interest in Nigeria at this moment, and what is happening around the world. I think I've made a mention of it a little bit in the other video. We're talking about how Nigerians cannot wait to have Donald Trump in their country to fight for them. I said something about the real aim why Trump is coming, because this same American government are the ones sponsoring terrorism in Africa. They are the ones sponsoring Boko Haram. They have said it with their mouths. They said it openly. The Congress said it openly that they are the ones that are funding terrorism in the continent of Africa. So, Trump coming to say he want to come save Christians in Nigeria, there is always something behind it. There is a motive. There is a reason why he's doing it. He's not doing it because he loves Africans as he claims, or African Christians as they believe, but there is a reason why he's doing that. So we're going to delve into this, and we listen to some analysis, and we take it up from there, Your Majesties. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my esteemed subscribers. You're loved, celebrated, and of course appreciated. So the American government diverted attention to Nigeria recently. That went so viral. A lot of you heard, everybody saw what went down and what is still going on. The pressure that the American government have on Nigeria this year is so much. Initially, they started with the immigration, trying to force in, citizens from other countries to Nigeria, hardened criminals. Nigeria was dragging that here and there. After Nigeria refused the sanctioned Nigeria, a lot went down, and there is this thought of, okay, Nigeria had supported the president of France, when they went against Donald Trump during the election, because they supported the woman, what's her name? Anyway, the name is in my head, you know her, the one who was contesting with Donald Trump, the woman that, they had supported the woman instead of Donald Trump. And so this is just him trying to fight back, or trying to deal with, Nigeria for siding with France against him. And to me, I believe that these people are always together. They unite for a purpose. The French government unites with the American government for a purpose. Their own is, when it comes to Africa, they are brothers and sisters. They love each other. They come together and deal with African countries. So they don't look into their differences when it comes to an African country. And the painful thing is that Africans don't see themselves like this. Africans still live with the division that was created during the Berlin Conference. And it's quite unfortunate. Let's listen to this, and then we take it out from there, Your Majesties.
Now let's talk about Donald Trump. He may be planning yet another military invasion. After Venezuela and Mexico, he's threatening to attack Nigeria. Trump says he will go in guns a-blazing. Why? Because the US president says Christians are being persecuted in Nigeria. So he issued an ultimatum to Abuja. If the Nigerian government does not, and I'm quoting, does not move fast, there's going to be hell to pay. That's what Trump has said. Apparently, he watched a news report on Fox News when he was on the Air Force One, and that kicked off a chain reaction. Here's the report.
Donald Trump has threatened to invade Nigeria. He said the attack would be fast, vicious, and sweet.
If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians. The Nigerian government better move fast before it's too late. If they don't, there's going to be hell to pay.
The warning came just hours after his party suffered major election losses, and it has stunned both Washington and Abuja. The statement was posted on Truth Social. Trump appeared behind a lectern. He accused Nigeria's government of failing to protect Christians. He said Islamic terrorists were killing cherished people. So why did he say this? It started on a flight aboard Air Force One. Trump was watching Fox News. The program claimed Christians in Nigeria were being persecuted. It ignored one key fact, that groups like Boko Haram and ISIS affiliates have killed far more Muslims than Christians. But that didn't matter. Trump was furious. Moments later, he ordered the Department of War to prepare for possible action. Reports say that some U.S. Africa command staff were recalled from Germany. They were told to discuss contingency plans for Nigeria. Nobody knows what those plans are, but Trump's message was unmistakable.
We're going to do things to Nigeria that Nigeria is not going to be happy about and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns a-blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists.
The timing raised eyebrows. The video came right after Trump's political humiliation. Republican candidates lost key races in Virginia, New Jersey, and New York City. Analysts say he was angry and looking to shift the narrative. This isn't new. Trump often mixes foreign threats with domestic frustration. He's pushed for a Nobel Peace Prize, but he keeps expanding military talk. Nigeria's reaction was swift. Officials in Abuja said they were shocked. A spokesperson for President Bola Tinubu called the threat deeply troubling. Nigeria reminded Washington that it remains a key U.S. ally and that its security problems are complex. They are not just about religion. They are about land disputes, ethnic tensions, and economic conflict. Nigeria is Africa's biggest democracy. It's also its largest economy, and one of America's closest partners on the continent. The U.S. invests heavily in energy mining and trade. It also provides security and humanitarian aid. A U.S. attack would put all that at risk and destabilize a fragile region. For now, there's no confirmation of military plans, but Trump's words have created uncertainty. A TV segment, a late-night post, and now a diplomatic crisis. It shows how quickly emotion can become policy, and how one statement from arguably the world's most powerful office can rattle an entire continent. Trump's message was loud, but the consequences could be louder.
He said, if the Nigerian government continues to allow, is this true? As the Nigerian government continue to allow genocide in Nigeria? Now, if you know me, you will know that I am not a respecter of persons. I'm a respecter of truth. I do not need Trump to tell me that the Nigerian government is complicit in the genocide that has been taking place in the country. I do not require Trump, and I have been saying this consistently for a decade. In the public, in books, in speeches, in essays, there are substantial evidence in the public space to conclusively say that the Nigerian government allows what is happening. So let us be clear. We do not need Trump to tell us that, or he said that in his tweet. I have no choice. I have to follow the truth. I have to agree with him. The Nigerian government allows the genocide because there is indeed a genocide. And I have called it that for at least a decade. I do not require Trump to tell me that there is a genocide going on in Nigeria that the government of Nigeria has allowed. I do not require Trump to say that. Commodore Laoumi has already told us that. Bugaje has already told us that. Was it Baraje? He's already told us that. The fact that the creature called Ali Modu Sheriff is still walking around in Nigeria and he remains a man of influence tells me everything I need to know about the complicity of the Nigerian state. Now, he said the USA will immediately stop all aids and assistance. I am forced to speak to a private encounter where I had occasion to speak to US government officials. And when I was asked, is there anything we can do for you? I said, no, we don't require anything from you. I want nothing from anybody. Just stick your nose out of our business. Because the American interest in Nigeria is not exactly benevolent. But that is another topic for another day. I was clear. Stick your nose out of our business. And stick your nose out of our business includes keep your aids, keep your assistance. It's not been beneficial to us. If anything, your aids and assistance have only served to keep us further impoverished and reinforced the evil that you have allowed to overtake our country. So let us be clear. I am all for you doing number two. Please, we beg you, stop all aids and assistance. But as you're stopping all aids and assistance, stop being the net recipient of our stolen commonwealth. I was in the US in the immediate aftermath of the 2023 election. And I was specific in saying exactly this. You allow things in Nigeria that you will not tolerate in your country. People who kill and murder Nigerians, to your knowledge, they buy homes in your country. They have dual citizenship. They have residence in your country. You say nothing about this and you're threatening us about the withdrawal of all aid. Keep your aids, please. But remove these people. Don't stop allowing them access to your banking system. Stop allowing them safe havens in your country, not just in America, all over your sphere of influence. Force them to come back to Nigeria to solve our own problems. The reality is that what you give with one hand, you will take back with the other. Please, keep your aids. Please, keep your assistance. Now, you call Nigeria a now disgraced country. It wasn't disgraced under your rule. It's been disgraced a long time from inception. And it is up to us to make it honorable. But thanks for pointing it out to us. Because at least if the people who ruin this country will not hear us when we tell them, perhaps they'll hear now that you are telling them how they've disgraced us all over the world. They come to you cap in hand, supposedly begging for charity from you, when you know how many billions they have stashed away in your banking system. So yes, the country is not just now disgraced. It's been disgraced for a while with your help. And I'm not talking about you, Donald Trump. I'm talking about America. I'm talking about the West. I'm talking about the rest of the world, including China, and all the other people who have provided succor to those who have destroyed this beautiful country. So yeah, it's disgraced, but it was never really engraced. It is entirely up to us to do with it as we will, if we can find the grace to engrace it. Now, let us be clear about something. You're talking about coming to Nigeria and guns blazing. When the guns are blazing and the bullets are flying, we've seen examples of where America has done this everywhere in the world. We would rather you don't come into our country guns blazing. It doesn't really require you coming in guns blazing. It just requires you insisting on the right things being done in Nigeria. It requires judiciary, who you know how corrupt they are. You have access to intelligence that the average Nigerian can never touch. You know. And if they are indeed persons deserving of death, you have more than ample evidence. You know what you used to do. Do that. Expose them. Bring them to international trial courts that are built by you. The Americans and the West created the International Criminal Court. If they are indeed persons within the Nigerian power circle who are guilty of these things, you know what to do to bring them to justice. But please don't come into our country gun blazing. Nigeria is not Somalia, and is a multicultural, multi-ethnic society. We don't need you to come into our country guns blazing.
All right, Majesties, I think I was so happy when I heard this man speak. He gave answers to everything. He replied Donald the way he should. And to wrap it all up, please mind your business and allow us to mind our business. This is as simple as that. Stick your nose out of our business. Stick your nose out of our business, because if America truly wants to, get to the terrorists, deal with them, unalive them, they can do that, because they are aware of the backbone of these terrorists, because they are funding these terrorists. So if America truly want to do something about terrorism in Nigeria, they can do that without this involving, disgraced country, we're coming to you, gun blazing, bullet flying. he wouldn't even come out to say these things and create this tension here and there. Please pardon the background noise. He wouldn't do that because he knows the ways that he can, destroy these terrorists from the comfort of his own home, because they know who found this terrorist or terrorism. So America found these things in the continent of Africa, and they know what the solution to this problem is. Donald Trump is aware. He knows that the step he's taking right now about Nigeria's situation is not the right thing. And that is why I'm telling all of us that his aim is not about, okay, we want to come and take out the terrorists and then save Nigerians. He has other motive. He knows that if he comes this way, he's going to get the sympathy of the population. He will get the sympathy of the masses. Okay? And he will make it look like we are your saviors when they are the origin of the problems in the continent of Africa. Anyway, he said a lot of things. He said what he needs to say, and I don't think there is any other thing for me to add into this situation, this discussion. It's the same thing I've been saying here over and over again. Yes, it is a fact that there is genocide happening in the continent, in countries in the motherland. It is a fact that people have been unalive. It's a fact that communities have been taken over by, and it's still a fact that it's the same American government that are sponsoring this terrorism, this killing. Okay? It is left for the average Nigerian to understand this whole game. If you do not understand, you will never understand. And it's quite unfortunate. For some of you who do not know what happened to countries that have been invaded by so-called America, do your research into it. Countries that America had gone in to bring so-called peace. Do your research into it. How are those countries after America leaves? And how would Nigeria be if Donald finally comes in, gun blazing, bullet flying, and after he leaves, what happened next? These are questions that I want us to ask ourselves. What happened to the economy of Nigeria? What happened to the supremacy, the sovereignty of Nigeria? What happened to Africa as a whole? Let's sit critically and, think about this thing. It's a fact that the leaders have failed. It's a fact that the leaders are working with this terrorist group because they are using them for their own benefit. Remember, there were governments that used them to fight other governments to get power. So it's something that we are aware of. They use these people. That's why they are unable to have the moral, they do not have the moral right to ask these people to leave. Okay? Because they have been using them. They have been using these people. And that is why these people come out and say, okay, you need to pay us a amount of money. They pay. Yes, we know these things. But I believe that if America truly wants to help Nigeria curb this whole issue of terrorism, they know the button to press for all this nonsense to stop. So if Donald Trump is taking this step into Nigeria, there is other things behind it. And Nigeria's oil, unfortunately, is what Donald Trump is targeting. Take it or leave it. If you understand what is going on around the world, you will know why Donald Trump is facing Nigeria at this point. I just hope that the average Nigerian understands this whole situation. What do you think? Leave your thoughts and opinion there in the section. I will see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive, always your majesties. Bye for now.